We have a bunch of clubs. We do field trips, in-person field trips. I mean, there are a few digital field trips as well, virtual field trips, but
board game club.
You know all the clubs because you go to a lot of them.
There's board game club. There was a cooking club, I want to say, for a little while. There's animal club. There's a video game club.
There was.
I remember
there used to be a Minecraft club.
I used to run Minecraft club with Amy Susky. Like, we did. There's a lot of clubs out there just for ways to connect through Zoom. Like, not just are you coming for lessons, but you could go to do these fun events. And then there's also in-person club things like Michael Van Etten, Mr. Van Etten, pardon me, he runs Board Game Club.
Okay.
And I helped a lot with that last year. It was so much fun where we would go to one of the other buildings in Westchester and the kids would all come.
Okay.
We'd come on a Friday afternoon and I'd bring a bunch of board games from home. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, I love these games. These are fun. And we'd set them out on the table and the kids can come and they play. They just play board games and we'd play Chutes and Ladders and we'd play some games that I don't even know. We've played hundreds. But it was so cool because then they could hang out with each other and they could hang out with us in person, in real life.
Yeah.
And it was so cool that the kids were like, you're real.
You're a real person.
That's another cool moment that
I'm
happens.
not just in this tiny little box.
Yeah. And it happens both ways too. Like the kid sees you and you can see that they're like, whoa. It's almost a little bit like a celebrity. Like it's almost like they're like looking at you like, and I mean, it's not surprising in some ways that a kid would look up to their teacher, right? I mean, that's a pretty typical thing.
Yeah.
But also the other way where you see them and you're like, oh, that's my dude right there. Mm-hmm. That's my guy.
Well, we had through Board Game Club last year, I know Mrs. Werner, she's one of the other 5th grade teachers. We had a few, 2 girls who would come to Board Game Club and come to Board Game Club and come to Board Game Club. And they were in 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
And now they're in her class this year.
Right,
so it's like, hey, we did Board Game Club together. And so coming into the year, they were both like, oh yeah, like it's Mrs. Werner and Mr. Cooper. I already know them. Like we've hung out a ton of times.
Yeah, and they know that you're like, they're like, some of them are probably like, I got Mr. Cooper. Yeah. Like, yes. Because I've had that where teachers or parents, learning coaches have been like, man, we're so glad we got you. We were asking for you because we bounce around at the beginning of the year picnic. And at those clubs, the field trips especially. And the field trips aren't right. The field trips are not always like just 5th grade field trips. A lot of times it's 4th and 5th, and it's deliberate, right? It's meant to get more kids there, but it's also meant to give them a chance to spend time with us. It also gives those 4th grade teachers a chance to see their kids that are in 5th grade now, so a chance to look back.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Every once in a while, we see kids that have graduated from 5th grade and they go into USP or one of the other programs. It's crazy, actually.
It's nuts.
When we see them in real life, it's like,
because USP is right below us.
Yeah.
So we will see kids.
We get so excited.
For sure. And then you're like, holy crap, you are almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
this
you're
is crazy.
as tall as I am.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's nuts.
And
like I had one of my students this year.
You look a lot older in real life, and I'm like,
that happens too. That does happen. It happens more to him than it happens.
We were at the beginning of the year picnic, and I ran into a student I had when I taught 4th grade, and that was 10 years ago.
Right, and she was probably in 9th grade or 10th grade or 11th grade, right?
Yeah, and they're so grown up.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh my gosh, like look how
and you can't help but smile and be proud.
One of my buddies, Alex, came up to me and it was like, I was like, oh, are you still writing? Because I remember when he would write in 4th grade, and I was like, you were so good at it. And he's like, well, no, not anymore. Like I'm doing other things. And there's another student, her brother was in 5th grade 2 years ago. So he's still going through PALCS, and we see her, Aaliyah. She's grown up. She's graduated high school. And every year she comes back to the picnic because she comes with her brother and her family. And I see her every year, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man. Like,
there's so many iterations of that,
you were my first class ever, and now you're graduated.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa.
It's crazy. And this happens again and again, too. It's not just like an isolated thing. You see these families, right? You're like, that's the youngest, that's the middle, that's the oldest, and then eventually they get older and it's sad, and you watch them grow up. But it is a pretty proud moment too to see them and what they're doing.
You're so proud of them.
And
they want to say hi to you, and they're like, "Do you remember me?" And you're like,
"I had." So Mrs.
It usually takes a minute, and then you're like, "Oh yeah." You're just like way taller now.
Yeah.
And an adult.
I was gonna say, Mrs. Robinson has a little girl in her class this year, and her older sister I had in my first year of teaching. I had her in second grade. This was probably 13 or 14 years ago. I had this girl in second grade, and then I had her in fourth grade too, because my first year I taught second grade, and then I moved to fourth grade my next year. But this little girl in Mrs. Robinson's class, I'm like, that's an interesting last name. Do you have an older sister? She's like, yeah. I'm like, is her name this? She's like, yep, that's what I'm like, dude, I had your sister like 14 years ago now. But it's cool to see that. Like it's a special.
We make these connections though too.
Yeah.
And then you'll be in the class and you're like, Hey, can we have a guest star appearance from your
you do have
class?
that. Yeah.
And they run in the background. They're like, yo, I remember you from forever ago. And it always is.
And they like coming back to see you too.
Yeah.
And like coming back, popping their head in.
Look how far you've come.
Yeah.
Like, you've grown up. You're in middle school now. And it's all because of our wisdom that we shared with you. And they're like, maybe a little bit. I'm like, it definitely is. It's definitely because of us. We made
taught them everything you know.
You love education because you had a grand time in our fourth grade class.
So funny.
So how do you connect with your kids outside of your actual class time, outside of virtual lessons? How do you check in with them, communicate with them? How do they communicate with you if they need to get in touch or they want to get in touch?
A lot of that communication takes place in Canvas through the inbox. So each one of us has a redirect in our courses. This is a special button that they can click. It'll say message Mr. Packer or message Mr. Cooper, and they can message you. It'll send a direct message right through that course, let you know that they're struggling in math or reading or whatever course it is, or maybe they want to maybe they want.
What are you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm teaching class.
I'm in here grading your stuff right now.
Great.
By the way,
can you check that real quick?
So we have that a little bit, and the parents leverage that as well. So that's probably the main way outside of that live time that we get to
phone calls.
Phone calls and feedback comments.
Phone calls.
Yeah, some phone calls.
Phone calls.
Maybe.
I spent a lot of time on the phone.
Phone calls.
Phone calls.
Yeah. Phone calls.
Yeah,
a little bit of phone calls.
Yeah. Some students will text. We do have that now, which is really
Zoom
nice.
is killer with the text tool that we have now. That's awesome.
And say, hey, like, I need to meet up with you. Hey, can we chat? And it's like, oh yeah, of course.
Right. And how cool is it?
Do you do extra Zooms then? If they're like, I need to go over something with you.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So you might invite, and that's part of the feedback piece too. So like sometimes if you notice a kid didn't do that great on a lesson, you might say, hey, I would be glad to meet with you at some time that we can find, and you can come in, we'll look at this quiz together, and we'll talk about, maybe giving you another opportunity after you've gotten a chance to look at the information again with me, an opportunity to just go through it with them one more time, review it, so to speak. So we can do some guided reviews and stuff
Zoom
like that.
Is
pretty
normal.
Yeah. And it's special. It's good. Again,
2 o'clock and someone shoots you a message. You're like, yo, get in here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Your connection with your students who do that is so much greater than the students that never reach out. So
you're actually looking for that extra connection.
I would 100% advocate for
I'm not going to know you're struggling with
Right.
division if you don't tell me you struggle with division. I get bits and pieces, but if you don't say like, hey, I need your help.
And we get to see them every week, but if you're seeing them even more than that, you get to see them 3 times every week in those live lessons. Those are mandatory for elementary, 3 live lessons a week. But if I'm getting to see you 4 or 5 times a week, our relationship grows even more. And that's not rocket science, it's time, right? More time with the kids creates a better relationship with them.
Yeah.
And that goes back to that motivation
practice.
we're talking about.
We're gonna help you with whatever you need, and you get to hang out, and you feel good, you feel comfortable, and then when you're done, it's that aha where they're like, oh, Like, that was kind of fun.
Right. Well, we take the opportunity to try to make it fun, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going in there like, oh, you didn't do good on your quiz today, so now I've got to help you.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's like, hey, dude, looks like you struggle a little bit.
You're here.
Let's work on this together. Let's talk about what did you do first? What was tough for you? Why was it tough for you? Let's go through this thing. And let's see if we can relate it to you a little bit and get you to understand it a little bit better.
And then
it's more of a
afterwards,
challenge than
like,
it is.
How do you feel? You feel better?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times that's what it is.
Feel great about
feel
that
so much
now.
better about this now is what you
And
hear.
then if they don't, then you say, all right, man, let's do this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come
That
back.
too.
Like,
Yeah.
we can pick this back up tomorrow. I've got more time. Are you free at 9 o'clock? Great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then they get in, they come hang out, and the more you do that, the more they feel good and they feel like they can come back to, which opens up the door, and then they're like, oh yeah, like, are you free every Thursday? Yeah, sure. Come on
That's
in.
the goal. That's the goal.
You guys are like making me kind of mushy over here because I'm just like.
Don't cry.
But
I'm
no,
just
but you guys, you're not just like, let me get these kids to complete this coursework. You're
No.
actually just like, let me get you into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
You gotta buy in.
a part of why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Or
If you
like,
want to do the
that's
work,
part of who you are.
then it makes it so much easier. It's more enjoyable, and you're like, oh yeah, like I'm motivated to do this because I want to do it for you. Like, hey, like
I like teaching.
Yeah.
In general, like if he said, hey, I need help with this, can you stop by the computer? Remember we used to have this happen where we'd have tech issues or whatever. Dude, I used to love just coming over and being like, well, this is what you need to do here, you know, or you'd show me how to add images or special music to slideshows, and it was like, you know, learning, teaching, that's all a part of who we are.
I want to find new ways to teach old things.
Yeah.
Because I've been teaching them.
Yeah.
You come back to the content and you're like,
that makes sense.
I could probably make this better if I use this thing that I just learned about. Like,
Well, and that's the thing, right? You got to explore some of the new stuff and you know,
incorporating Pear Deck or Nearpod into a lesson that has been something that we're like, oh, you
Hold-ups.
know, we've taught it this way.
Write this on paper and hold it up.
Yeah.
You know, and
How
now
can
there's
I-
a tool that lets you see exactly what they're writing. You know, and that
that's
kind
fun.
of thing. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love learning something new that'll enhance it and make it better.
And that's the key.
A better delivery for
enhancement.
the kids.
And you brought that up with the question was, you know, about enhancement. Like, we do love new tech. We do love new resources.
Yeah.
It's great to learn about them, but again, the caveat is it has to enhance. Like I said, PALCS does a great job of giving us a plethora of. We have an opportunity to pick the ones that are best for our class or best for us.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. But we always take a hard look at it and see, okay, does this make sense to switch to that? If I'm not adding utility with that tool, if I already have a tool that does that, and I'm familiar with it and I like how it works, I'll be less likely to use it. I'll still explore it, but I'll be less likely to use it. So I think that's.
And
kind
I
of
usually
the idea.
twist his arm, and I'm like, "Yay, man! Like, you
Try
know,
this out, dude.
What it was?
Try out these new IXL lessons.
Couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, man! Like, we just had this demo for IXL, and we could have done this thing that I didn't know was in there."
And you were supposed to show me that today, and you did. Thanks for.
I'm seeing an early adopter and an influencer.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I get excited.
And you wait until it's
and
out
I bring
of
it,
beta.
and he's like,
dude, 100%.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm
I'm with him.
that's
So,
cool.
This is the guy that like pushes the team on the edge, right? And then I'm the guy that slows us down a little bit, but there's a balance to it.
Yeah.
And it's important that we have both of those people that can guide us and, you know, guide us in a direction that's good. We talk about this
all the time.
He's the hammer.
I'm North.
You're the hammer.
Right? I'm North. I am the North. We were given directions weekly, and I am very. I like stuff.
you guys
I like
do
to get things
disc?
done.
I don't know what's disc.
I need you guys to do disc. It's your work personality style.
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like that. We've talked a lot about that with what tool are you, and then we've also done the last one we did was north, south, east,
That's why he's telling
and
me
west.
I'm the hammer.
Right. So the north people. So we just did one this past maybe like 2 weeks ago in a PD, and it was all about like the north people are like they're like pointed. and
driven,
they go
motivated.
driven.
You like
And
to
then
get things
South
done in a
people-
timely manner,
Right.
and
Right.
boom, boom,
They're
boom, boom,
using
boom.
different words for
Right.
for
It is.
disc.
South
Sounds
people
the
are more
same.
emotionally intelligent, and they like they slow down. They're mindful of other people's feelings, and they also want to know genuinely what the other person feels. It's important to them. And then there's a mix of those. I think East and West are they have. I can't remember, but
You're
I know
like
I'm
East,
South.
West, whatever.
I'm South, and he's North.
Those other guys. Yeah,
That's what I know.
and it's funny because we did the PD and we're, of course we're opposite directions, and it's something we always joke about, because for as long as we've been teachers, people always say that, like, you guys are like two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Because we have the same kind of energy, we have the same kind of vibe, but then my style is so different than his style, and it's like
100%.
you need both sides to that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you need both, and that's why we've always just jived so well working together, because it's like, yeah, man, like,
Yeah.
you need me and I need you.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
it's always really nice when I obviously get very excited about things pretty easily.
And you also just let's hammer this out.
Yeah, let's try it.
And I'm like,
Let's do
pause
this.
for a moment. Does that
this
make
thing and that
sense?
thing, and he's like, whoa,
Slow
whoa,
down.
whoa. Like, are you sure this is gonna work? And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I have no clue, but it'll be fun trying.
Let's go for it.
I was having fun with the analogous question of, if you had a project, let's say you're building a birdhouse, right?
Hey, let's go.
And we're like, you each have to build a birdhouse, and it's going to involve a trip to Home Depot because you don't yet have the materials. What is your approach? So, for example, I'm like, okay, birdhouse, I'm getting an idea in my mind. I'm maybe getting like a partial visual, and I'm like, all right, let's go to Home Depot.
Yeah.
And I go to Home Depot. I've got no plans in my hand.
Right,
I'm
that's
just
not
like,
me.
I'm vibing with this.
Yeah,
I'm going to go down different aisles. I'm going to like look at stuff. I'm like, that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. And then like it just kind of vibes off.
Let's get this done.
That's going on the birdhouse.
I get the stuff.
That's going on the
I
birdhouse.
check out. I come home. I guarantee you, I do not. I like start putting it together, and I'm like, dang, I really needed like a 1/2-inch nail to meet the requirement of whatever. But you know what? I've got a staple gun, so let's go. And I'm just gonna make it work at that point.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch 17 YouTube videos about how to make that
before you even go to Home Depot.
Before I even go to Home Depot,
Yep.
I'm watching the videos.
Yep.
And then I'm
Come
probably gonna
on.
look for a plan. I might even tell ChatGPT like, hey, I need your help. How can you tell me? Give me a list of things to get.
Yeah.
And then I'll go there and I'm
With your list.
with my list, and I'll get them, and then I'll watch those videos while I build it.
While you build it again.
My list is gonna say birdhouse.
But in the end,
Stuff.
Yeah.
But in the
And
end,
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
get
like,
some
look
stuff.
how easy
Yep.
this
It's
was.
just stuff, and that looks cool. So that's part of it,
Yeah.
and that's gonna look cool. I'm gonna put that on my birdhouse.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
When you come home with your stuff, do you then go back to Home Depot as many times as you need to get the things that you've determined you need, or are you just going to make it work?
We're gonna make it work.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not spending more time on the.
No.
Yeah.
He's not spending more time on
I'm
the
gonna
bird.
get it done.
On the birdhouse.
The
than he needs
birdhouse
to-
will be built,
Yeah.
and it will be creative.
And it's gonna be
Yeah.
done
and
quick.
fun. And it's gonna look
And
awesome.
it's gonna look pretty good.
It's gonna look great.
It's gonna look great.
And if it's not perfect,
yeah,
that's okay.
yeah, but it's gonna be done.
my birdhouse.
It's gonna be done quick.
I made it.
Wait. If yours isn't perfect after you've completed
I'm
it
gonna be
in your
hypercritical
way-
of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
So even
And
if
I'd
it
be
is
like,
perfect,
that
do you ever
birdhouse
think it's perfect?
stinks. No, I there are a few times where you hit the nail on the head and you hit the home run, and that's a really good feeling. But far and away, that does not happen. Usually you're like, that's pretty good, but there's this.
I come
That
over and I'm like,
opening is a little-
dude, that's
Yeah.
a beautiful birdhouse.
Yeah.
That thing looks great.
And I'm
Did
like,
you
it's
make that?
way too short.
You should tell me how
Yeah.
you made that.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna make one too.
yeah.
That looks great,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's so
And
funny.
he's like, you know,
I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you, but don't do this. This
Yeah.
was the mistake.
that we cook a lot,
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
this kind of
Yeah.
falls into it. He's like, yeah, listen, you're gonna need to do this, and then it's gonna take. We both have smokers. It's gonna take you 9 hours.
Oh man.
And you need to wrap it like this and do this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Make
a
sure
video.
You do this.
Here's my boy online. He'll tell you all this, and I'm like, dude, I am just throwing it in my
I'm
smoker.
waiting.
Have you ever watched one of the videos?
Yeah. I wash them.
Okay, so you
to get a little bit of information,
okay.
probably.
I open them up.
Yeah.
He opens
And then I'm like,
But there's like a
It's
nerdy
10
level.
minutes?
There's like a nerdy level to it.
Yeah. You're
And-
dragging it
and it's
forward.
gonna
You're
take
like,
me
okay, I'm
how
gonna get the
long?
idea. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I text them like all throughout the day. I'm like, well, what if I just
Yeah,
put
he's
apple
texting,
juice
that's
on
true.
it?
I'm doing this, and I'm asking too. I'm like, "How's that going?" Like, "Oh, wait, how long?
Did you
What's
wrap
the temp
it?
at? What's
Did you
the,
wrap it in the
that's what I
special
wanna say.
paper that I told you about?
Do
I'm like,
this?
I put it in tinfoil. And he's like, that was not what I told you to do. And I'm like, but it tasted good, man. It was great. It worked out.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
It always works out. It always works out.
Barbecue, cooking.